Hello and welcome. We just got finished reading Holger Danske by Hans Christian Andersen, and I quite enjoyed this story. I thought the short little capsulation of the Denmark history and the important people was very interesting to read. And you have Holger Danske being the primary one, like the big. He's basically their King Arthur. Where he is said that he'll come back one day. Although I like that he has a beard that continues to grow, I guess forever, because, why wouldn't your beard keep growing? And that he's, incredibly strong and everything. And I like how whenever he's making the front of the ship, and he's making it Holger Danske, and as he's making the coat of arms, he's thinking about what each of the pieces of the coat of arms represents and who fits well with what. And doing all these carvings, and he's telling the little boy, and then the lady comes in later too. And so the little boy, obviously, he's like, wow, heroes and villains, and Denmark, my home, being strong and having heroes inside of it. And it talks of a queen who was a worthy woman because she was so dedicated to her husband, even though her husband became corrupt, and how another person was just the greatest sculptor that ever lived. And so he was worthy of note too. And then you also have just the Denmark people, Canute, who I know of now because of Vinland Saga. Very, very good show. Very, very brutal show, but very good. And Canute was able to do everything. And then the unification of Sweden and how that happened under another person and Sweden, Norway into Denmark. So it was really cool just to hear this obvious reverence for the past that one has and for his nation. And I think being proud of where you came from, where your people came from, is very, very good and very important. So as someone who values my own history, hearing somebody else value their own history is something that I like reading and I like learning about. It's important to me, and it's important for whoever has lived anywhere. If they need kind of like a guiding light, if they need a reason to be proud, it's like, look at your history, man. Your people have been through some stuff, and be proud that you've made it this far, because majority didn't. Many, many bloods were spilled, and many bloodlines ended, but you're still here. So be proud, be happy for that, And I also really like that he thinks of these other people who came after Holger Danske as being almost forms of Holger Danske, which I really enjoy. Because, with Christians, it said that we're little Christs, right? It's like we are supposed to represent the great figure. And so Holger Danske is the great figure, and anybody else from Denmark who upholds greatness in some way, shape, or form is taking on an aspect of Holger Danske himself. If not, just in a sense being a reborn version of Holger Danske until that person dies and he goes back into being the sleeping man once again. So I like that a lot. I think that's very cool, and I think more stories could use that sort of framing inside of them to tell their histories. So if you're struggling to figure out how to tell a history, or how to frame other heroes later on in lineage for your story, maybe read Holger Danske, listen to my video again, and you might find the inspiration you need. But that's all I have today. Why don't you leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and check out one of these other videos right here. I think you'll like them a lot. And I also, finally, have a microphone that sounds good. So I think you'll appreciate that too.